come get a comfy spot with me. I'll show you how I set up, and then you choose to make your setup as cozy as possible. I sit on my yoga mat for extra cushioning. I take a couch cushion, it's nothing fancy, and an old blanket, and I just lay that over top, and you can sit any way you want, whether it's on your shins. I prefer to cross my legs. If you have to stay in your desk chair, that's okay as well. Just try to get your feet, your bare feet if possible, grounded into the earth, so flat feet on the earth. You could also lie back, or you can scoot yourself up against a wall or something that will be very supportive for your back. Just try to keep a long spine, but not rigid, and try not to get too cozy that you drift off. So we're gonna try to stay awake and aware as we journey through our senses today. This meditation is about self-love and finding a little bit of peace in a stressful world. My name is Tiffany, and I'm so happy that you've joined me. While we get settled here, definitely take whatever movements feel natural to you to cozy up. It's hard to just drop into a comfy seat and stay there. So I definitely encourage any movements. I'll show you a few of my favorites. I do a little bit of circular movements through the spine. Think about pulling up and then twisting around the corners. I definitely like to roll my neck a little bit since it's going to be still for a while. Maybe half moons. You can roll all the way around if your neck feels healthy, or if you have a really cranky neck, you can just look over your shoulders. Pause for a second, maybe drop your jaw or lift your chin, and then try the other side. And if you're feeling like you want a really big stretch up, take a really luxurious long stretch. Anything that you want with your hands, you can even clasp them behind your head and lean back a little bit. Flare your elbows open to stretch your chest. And when you feel ready, take your time, trying to find a comfy position where our hands are softly relaxed. They can be palms up to receive more of the good vibes. Palms down if you're feeling a little antsy or caffeinated and you need to ground, draw down, and release. Then your gaze is really important. You can focus on something, but let it get soft and blurry and out of focus as you make your eyes like little slits. That's what I choose to do. I look right down the bridge of my nose, and I focus on something on the ground that's really still, and then let it become hazy. Alternatively, if you feel comfortable in your surroundings, close your eyes completely. We just want to be able to drop in by blocking out stimulation. Remember as we proceed that if you get uncomfortable, don't fight it. Don't try to force yourself into anything today. Move around, readjust, open your eyes, blink your eyes, move your body, and then come back to us. To begin our practice together today, let's try 3 big breaths. We're going to try in through nose and out through mouth, like a big sigh of exhalation. To begin, let's just breathe anyway, in and out. That first breath always feels so good, being conscious of our breaths from this point forward. Try the 3 with me, in through nose and out through mouth. Twice more like that. Notice what's happening in your body. As you inhale, you might feel a sense of lifting, of lightness. And on that exhalation, we may feel a really smooth drop in as gravity begins to take over, a heaviness coming in. Whatever you're noticing is exactly as you should be noticing. And then remaining conscious of our breaths, but make them any way that feels really good for you. Open mouth, through the nose, out through the nose, anything works. Finding that really soft gaze or closing your eyes. And let's take a little journey within this morning. We're going to try to come into our senses and notice to what degree we are seeing, what we're hearing, what we're smelling, what we're feeling, and what we're thinking. All about the external world, about those things that are going on around us. Take a moment to notice, and I do ask that you approach all of your practices with kindness, compassion, and open mind. No judgment. So whatever you see or feel is perfect. It's as it should be today. As you're breathing, let's relax our senses, everything that we're noticing, and we're going to try to let go of the hold we have on the exterior, allowing instead our awarenesses to come within. Once you're feeling settled, tuning into your breath. Without trying to change anything, just notice it. Notice where you're feeling it, the temperature of it, the depth, the width. What are you feeling? What are you feeling as you breathe? Are you noticing that you're tense in your meditation? Are you beginning to relax? Are you completely gooey and relaxed already? We're not going to try to change that either. Just the act of being present and noticing. Continuing with deep, full breaths if possible. We're aware of the state of our bodies, the qualities of our mind, whether we have a turbulent sea up in our minds or a calm, tranquil pond. Just noticing. If we felt tense earlier, can you pinpoint where it's coming from? Are we feeling completely closed off physically in a certain area? Are we shut down emotionally? Where is your mind right now? It's okay wherever it is. Just notice. Is it wandering? Are you here at home with your breath? Are you at ease in your mind, or are you filled with restlessness? Is there any negativity? Is there any doubt? It could be the opposite. Are you filled with positivity? Do you feel like you could radiate light out of your brain? Are you happy and joyful that we're here together? Being the observer, noticing with that kind sense of compassion. Most importantly, we're taking moments to notice because we're helping ourselves learn to be present. Now you're welcome to keep your hands where they are, but I invite you today to place both hands over your heart if that feels good for you. Continue to inhale and exhale through your nose or through your mouth, whatever feels pleasing and calming. And then ask yourself, how does this feel? How does it feel to place my hands over this tender area in my body? This place where I experience love for myself, love for others. You don't have to have an answer. We're just simply asking, inviting a response, a feeling, an emotion, a sensation, and noticing what arises. Find a place in your heart, maybe in your mind, in which you feel stable, calm, peaceful, and loving. Try to experience yourself being visited by those who you love and those you have loved. Those who love you and those who have loved you. It might help you conjure up some of those sensations or feelings or emotions. And be aware, maybe be grateful for what a gift love is. Feeling it kindling warmth in your heart. And notice as those feelings or sensations or emotions wash over you, does your breath become a bit more smooth and effortless? It's okay if you're having an opposite reaction. Sometimes checking in emotionally is difficult and you may feel a struggle. That's okay. No matter how your breath is flowing, notice that flow of air moving into your lungs and back out into the world. Keep your hands on your heart as long as it feels right and comfortable for you. You're welcome at any time to rest them back down in a really soft and comfy place. as you're inhaling, think to yourself, I am worthy. I invite you to say it out loud. And on each exhalation, think or say, I am enough. On these exhalations, you can imagine or feel making space for anything that's bothering you. You're just giving yourself the opportunity to observe it. Give yourself permission to release it if the time is right. Remembering that inhalations are drawing in self-love. I am worthy. And exhalations are releasing anything that's no longer serving us. I am enough. Take a few mindful moments to breathe and continue reciting these mantras. If you have words that you'd like to replace, feel free. Whatever mantras help you focus on your breath. But I ask that you notice how you feel as you recite these mantras. As we drift off into silence for a moment, if your mind wanders, that's okay. It's your nature of mind to wander. It's normal. It's how we're programmed. Let's just simply try to bring our attention, invite it, guide it back to your breath. If there are thoughts popping up, notice how they tend to come and go. Whether they're positive or negative or neutral, we're simply allowing them to pass right on by. Love the visual of clouds floating through a sky. Now visualize yourself standing in front of a mirror and look into your own eyes. You don't have to open your eyes. This is all a visualization. Look into your eyes. What are you seeing there? Is there neutrality? Do you see some love and joy and pride? Confidence? Are you seeing pain, sadness, confusion? Just noticing. And regardless of what appears in your reflection, tell yourself, I love you. You are imperfectly perfect. You are beautiful. You are worthy of happiness. Know that what you're seeing in the mirror in this moment may be different from what you see the next time you look, yet you're always worthy of those mantras because you are beautiful and worthy of happiness. Imagine now that you could breathe directly into your heart and visualize love pouring into your heart. Let this love warm and penetrate your body from your heart center. Let it fill up the rest of your body. So you may see it, but you can also feel it. And when you feel this love, if you're seeing it maybe like a golden light or a white light, whatever you see, are you feeling a filling sensation? A softening, a brightening, a sense of joy, a feeling of release? What do you feel if you could pour love through your heart, all through the rest of your body. Try to imagine overflowing with this energy. Like it could radiate out of you, spreading out to everything that's in your presence, everything around you. Feel yourself respecting and honoring this light. You could even see it spreading from you to your kindred spirits, your loved ones, and even those we don't know, everyone in our communities, maybe even worldwide. This sense of love, however you're seeing it and feeling it, imagine that it could draw everyone and everything together in a peaceful collaboration. Even those of us that have been split apart by differences, whether it be religious, based upon our geography, our race, our politics, our ethnicities, feel a sense of comfort and calm traveling through your body and out into this community, this planet, as far as you can spread it. This could feel so powerful that we're actually noticing sensations, whatever they are. Comfort, calm, warmth, joy, anything is good. It could be traveling from your chest, through your neck, all through your head, even feeling little tingles in your hair follicles maybe. Over your shoulders, down your arms, into your hands and all fingers on each hand, through your torso, your pelvis, down your legs, into your feet, and all through the tips of your toes. Feel this energy radiating out of you. As we breathe here, let's notice and really know that this love is always available to us and for us whenever we need it. Let's try to imagine as clearly and as lovingly as we can all of these connections to the rest of humanity, to the world of nature, to all the lands, all the people, all the things, whatever spiritual forces and images that are meaningful to you. If we feel these connections, we can really enhance our presence. It enables us to be part of a larger wholeness, one that's graced with compassion, love, and an intelligent, wise awareness, especially during times where we can't be together. Like today, we're together virtually. We don't have any borders, but we don't feel one another. We can't touch and hug one another. So this type of imagery, this loving connection that we can visualize and really feel is so important. Let's try to hold this sense of ourselves within that enhanced presence, feeling all of our energy either within ourselves or in our immediate environments, possibly this sense of energy spreading to our community, our loved ones. Really feel it. You are now connected in loving ways to the world around you. And we can also imagine that those with whom we are connected with, or those things that we are connected with, are now discovering peaceful ways to communicate with one another. So we've brought all this self-love into ourselves. We've radiated love out of ourselves in the hopes that all this love can generate a sense of commonality, a sense of peace. And you may have something very specific, a specific area of conflict that you're wishing to direct this energy towards. That's fine. Please do. Visualize that conflict. It may not be ready to completely dissolve into peace and true love. That's difficult. It may take more practice than just one little time together, but we could eventually, our goal is seeing that conflict begin to dissolve. Be taken over by a sense of peace stemming from self-love and love that radiates from the self. Now we're moving towards the end of our practice. So I'd like to revisit our breath again. And as you repeat our beginning breaths, just notice, does it feel a little different? Do you feel more expansive? Does it feel easier to notice your breath? Does your breath feel longer, softer? There is never a right or wrong answer. We're just being present with what is. Let's repeat those 3 breaths in through our noses and out through our mouths. But first, take any good breath, whatever feels right. Let's try to come together with our powerful breaths now. In through your nose. Maybe noticing that tiny little pause, moment of stillness in between the breaths, and exhale through your mouth. Twice more like that. Breathe in and out. Mindfully continuing our breath practice, but let's take a few moments to acknowledge the experience that you had during today's meditation. Imagine your very being radiating like a light, maybe like a beacon of peace, of forgiveness, stability, calm, compassion, peace, or love. There is no wrong answer there. However, you can envision your light radiating out. You could see waves of this love, this light spreading out and joining into all of those waves that others have, connecting with their lights, working together with ourselves and our community to express peace, compassion, and love. And you could see this connection of these waves of light. Maybe they're weaving like a big web, spreading all around, empowering all of us, helping everyone, everywhere. Gradually beginning the return to our senses, to our awareness of the world around us. Today's practice was a guided imagery, a journey within, to your source of light. I hope that you found it to be an experience and a reaffirmation of love, an opportunity to conjure up or to rekindle compassion and joy, radiate peace, love, kindness, and compassion, not just within yourself, but also out into the world. So this is a really important practice whenever we're feeling like we need to create a loving space for ourselves. It's a really nice opportunity to learn something new about yourself because you're tuning into your physical and emotional needs. You're slowing down, you're creating space, you're cultivating breath and presence. If you take the time to build up or find self-love, you can create a stronger relationship with yourself. Allow yourself to live more fully in your own life and be more available, be more open to connect with others, even if for the time being that is virtually. For the last minute, we're going to take that in silence, just focusing on our breath. I'll still be here with you, and I'll close us all together. So let's take a few more breaths in, as big or as soft, whatever feels right for us. And when you feel ready with a real sense of gentleness, if your eyes are still closed, softly blink them open to those tiny little unfocused slits. And then let's all bring our tiny little eyes open a bit wider. Things may still be a bit fuzzy. Blink a few times. Coming back to the world around us, I'm hoping that this leaves you feeling refreshed, rejuvenated, ready to tackle the world with love and kindness. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. The light in me honors, acknowledges, is grateful for, humbled by, and inspired by the light that is each and every one of you. Namaste.